2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Portland Trailblazers. For Portland, they come in off a win in their last outing against Chicago. They've played well of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Tonight, an opportunity to continue that trend. And Damian Lillard has been in the top tier of point guards ever since he came into the league. You never hear much about him being the best point guard, but he has to be right up there. I mean, he's got to be right up. No, but he's got to be right up there.
Yeah, he's underrated, though. The fans underrate him.
The point I'm trying to make, Kenny, if you let me finish, he's got to be right up there.
Okay, I thought you said
Is he got to be right up there?
He's up there. I'm just saying that we don't hear about him being the best because he's not. But he is close. He is close. He's in the top.
Kind of reminds me of what I said. He's up there.
He's up there.
How close is he up there?
I mean, he's up there pretty close. He gets overlooked by the media, and but he's as good as any scorer at the point guard position in the league. He's up there.
Thank you for joining us. I hope you found this entertaining.
He's not the best, though.
He's up there.
If you didn't find it entertaining, I hope at least you found it time-consuming. Here's Kevin Harlan.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you here at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavs, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. They'll play this one here in Cleveland before the Cavaliers head back on the road. It's an opportunity for them to play in a heated matchup like this, to play your best basketball. These are the games, guys, that show how well you match up against the other great teams in the league.
And expected to vie for that top seed coming into the season. They have not disappointed. This is a team poised to do big things in the postseason.
Well, it's hard to disqualify. Fantastic year for them so far. The buildup was obviously justified. I think they'll only be satisfied if they're crowned NBA champion now.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, LeBron James gives Coach Tyronn Lue credit for his even keel. And James says that Lue is the same way no matter the point in the game. He's always saying, okay, let's move on to the next possession. Now, Lue says, I think it's just being poised and being positive. That's the best approach. It carries over to your team, and it gives them confidence. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That philosophy is what helped win Cleveland a title back in 2016. Always positive, always thinking ahead. And now teams getting into the middle of the season. The truth is, it's a grind, Doris. You know it. You've covered it. 82 games. In your opinion, is that the right amount in terms of 82 games in a regular season?
I would say to you, it doesn't matter if it's the right amount. I think the reality is this is the business of the NBA. It's been 82 games for as long as I can remember, certainly in my lifetime of fandom, Kevin. So the reality is what we need to do is address the schedule. And you're starting to see that. Shortening the preseason. Stretching out those windows where you're not getting 4 games in 5 nights and the back-to-backs, particularly when there's back-to-back on national television. 82 games is going nowhere from a business standpoint. Let's make those 82 games the best we can by lengthening the season.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The incredible pair of Lillard and McCollum are at the 1 and 2. Turner is out there with Davis, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. Full 24-second shot clock. Lillard with it. Turner with the screen. Hill against Lillard. Floats one up.
3 straight misses to begin the game. Not the start they were hoping for.
Here's Smith. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Smith's got the first points of the night for the Cavs. Screen by Nurkic. McCollum passes to Nurkic. The shot, no good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, that was more than just a tough loss. That was a complete embarrassment.
Look, Greg, they simply didn't bring it, and that's one of those losses that you just have to throw away and forget about.
Here's Lillard. The Cavaliers making the shot. He feeds it to McCollum. Over Smith. Cans the 12-footer.
And there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
On defense, Portland. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
No doubt. I mean, they played to their strengths, and that's what helped them get this road win. I loved how they played for each other.
Well, I'll tell you, for a long time, the reputation of J.R. Smith, not ideal. But, you know, a little bit of poor decision-making, unfocused defensively. He's really matured. He's gotten better on and off the court.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And J.R. Smith, a natural offensive. But Doris's defense has come a long way, too.
Amazing what winning titles can do. You start to appreciate what it takes to be successful. And you go back to his offense, though. A very good three-point shooter, even under great defensive pressure.
J.R. Smith hits them both.
And Smith needs to continue to work on improving his shot from the free throw line.
McCollum dishes to Nurkic to the right side. It's stolen by Hill. Love kicks to Hill. Shoots over Lillard. Hill, no good.
Well, the defense harassing him every step of the way makes that a really tough look.
They grab their own miss. Basket counts.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Now here's LeBron. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz. It's a pick by Love. Smith the pass to Love. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
Every time you put Kevin Love in a screen and roll situation, he's so smart at making the right decision.
Now McCollum, he's coming off a 13-point game against Chicago.
And it wasn't only his scoring. The intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
And the rejection by Love. Out to Smith. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
Yeah, it should be an interesting matchup tonight. These two teams will only face off twice all season.
Well, so you want to make these opportunities count, right? Since they don't see each other often, it's going to be an intriguing battle.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
McCollum kicks to Davis. McCollum with the screen for Davis. Lock at 6. Lillard softly drops in the floater.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here is Hill. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability.
And it's James missing. Portland trailing here. McCollum outside. Kicks it to Lillard. Dishes to Nurkic. Over Thompson. They get the rebound. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Smith the pass to Thompson. Turner with the steal. And Thompson sends it back.
That's where Thompson's length comes into play. You think you can sneak a shot over him, but he'll swat it right back at you.
They wouldn't want all of their guys shooting a 3 on the break, but when it's him, he's got the green light.
Here is Lillard. George Hill getting it to go from deep. Outside Turner. And he gets it to go from the high post. Turner's got his second bucket.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons.
Hill dishes to Love. Hill against Lillard. Hill kicks to Love. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Love's got his second bucket tonight.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Feeds it to Davis. Passes it to Nurkic. Back to Davis. Knocked away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for Cleveland.
And their offense centered around the three-point shot. That was the guiding principle on every trip. Their first goal was finding an open look beyond the arc, getting that extra point every chance they could.
And a wide open look for McCollum.
And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
And it's Smith penetrating. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
You know, guys, I'm not sure Smith gets enough credit for how well he uses his body inside. Earned his trip to the free throw line.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for the Trailblazers. Collins checked in for Davis. Harkless comes in for Turner. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Lillard. J.R. Smith hits them both.
Well, Cavs coach Tyronn Lue grew up in the small town of Mexico, Missouri. He saw it all at a young age, good and bad.
Now here's Harkless. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
Smith kicks to LeBron. It's good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Trailblazers trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Nurkic setting the pick for McCollum. Shoots it. Again, McCollum missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
Well, defenders are in the area, and that's all it took to force him to change his release.
Count it.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
When you look at the Cavs bench, you certainly see a lot of veterans over there. LeBron wants teammates he can trust in the heat of the playoffs.
A platoon swap here for Cleveland. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for the Trailblazers. Pat Connaughton comes in for McCollum. Cleveland leading by 7. And LeBron trying to make the most of his championship window, Doris. But does the age of the Cavalier role players shorten that window, do you think?
Well, I think it's a great question. And you could look at a team like the San Antonio Spurs, and they put among their reserves young developing players, and that helps to extend their run. With the Cavs, it seems to be more of a now or never approach.
To the wing right side. Connaughton passes to Napier. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Aminu. Drops it in from 14 feet away. And now just a 5-point Cleveland lead. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Zizic. Outside Hood. Aminu grabs the miss. Trailblazers trail by 5. Inside. It's deflected. For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Clarkson kicks to Nance. On the wing, Korver. Out to Nance. There's the triple. Drains the three-pointer. Nance has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Connaughton kicks to Napier. They grab their own miss. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the line.
Portland shooting their first free throws of the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
First one falls for. Once in a while, we talk about the makeup of a good teammate. But Doris, what are some ominous signs that a player might be in it for more himself as opposed to team?
Well, I think anytime you see someone who's not committed to practicing at the important times, somebody whose availability might be in question, who might let a slight, I don't want to say injury, but a nick or a bump or a bruise, limit their availability, that's obviously a difficult thing.
Sure.
And, the other part is, Kevin, the players that I think have the most success are those that can be as joyous about their teammates' success as they are about their own. That's something that strikes me about the Golden State Warriors. It's a group invested in the group's success, and you see that both monetarily in terms of what some players are willing to give up, and you also see that basketball, someone like a Klay Thompson who has to be effective in fewer shots with the addition of Kevin Durant.
Good breakdown.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Clarkson.
And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard. He's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
And both free throws good for Clarkson. And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
Here's Hood, and that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Hood's got his first 2 points.
Well, you love to see Rodney Hood finish in the face of that contact. How about the grit on that move?
And Aminu kicks to Connaughton. There's the pick. Napier. Portland no good that time either. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Now, here's Clarkson. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Portland's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Napier kicks to Connaughton. And there's the feed to Napier. The three-pointer no good.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
Here's Zizic. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Nance dishes to Clarkson. Kept alive. Outside for Korver. And another three for Cleveland.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Aminu with a screen on Clarkson. Here's Napier. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Now, here's Clarkson. They set the pick. Outside Hood, and it's Corver in the corner. Hood against Aminu. Hood can't get it to go.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Napier passes to Connaughton. Hood against Aminu. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Connaughton. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Chicago. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he knocks down the first one. That one is no good. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Clarkson kicks to Hood. Nance a screen. Clarkson dishes to Hood. Clarkson against Collins. And they will call over the back on the play.
And you can live with those over the back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
Right, because you'd rather have guys playing aggressive and physical than being too timid.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Two shots. That's on the first.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Napier. Here's Clarkson. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Cavaliers lead by 10. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in, and as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Protecting that rim early on, that's been a big factor for them tonight.
I'll tell you, rejection after rejection, the other team having a tough time scoring.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, Harkless is out there with Aminu. Then it's Collins, and it's Napier in at the 1 spot.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
So for the Trailblazers, Ed Davis is checked in for Collins. Turner comes in for Harkless, and Lillard subbed in for Shabazz Napier. And the pass to Zizic. Outside Hood. Pass to Zizic. Back to Hood. Over Turner. Hood can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 12. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. It's deflected. The dish to Clarkson. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Davis has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
This has been one of those nights where he's really struggled. The team hasn't, but he has.
Nance. Count it. Good. Nance has got 5 now.
Boy, Kev, how about the recognition of Kyle Korver? Puts the pass on time and on target, makes it an easy opportunity for his teammate.
Now here's Lillard. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide open shots.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM, and he even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Thompson, he's checked in for Zizic. Love comes in for Larry Nance. LeBron's checked in for Rodney Hood. And George Hill's subbed in for Kyle Korver. Doors, back in college, you earned a master's in education. How close were you to pursuing that path versus veering into becoming an analyst for basketball?
Yeah, you know, to be honest with you, I always felt like I would be a high school teacher and a basketball coach, and someday maybe I'll coach a boys high school basketball team. Very close, Kevin. I happened into broadcasting. I left coaching at Providence College. They put their women's basketball games on radio, and that was my entree into the business, and slowly but surely it grew every year.
But still educating still, right? I mean, don't you feel there's a part of education to being an analyst?
Oh, there's no question about it. You are trying to help that viewer to be as close to the action as we are fortunate enough to be, and sure, just describing what's going on. It's a lot of fun.
You are a PhD in broadcasting. Now Lillard, following the three-point attempt by Kevin Love. Davis, the pass to Nurkic. Outside Turner, 5 to shoot. Over James. And too long on the shot. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Outside Hill. He dishes it to LeBron. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists now in this one.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And George Hill, one of the elite defensive point guards in the league.
Well, he's got all the tools, Kevin. He's a great athlete. He's got long arms and, of course, the know-how to get it done.
Yeah, just ice cold right now from the floor. Time to regroup.
I think, Greg, they look lost and they look frustrated. Not sure how they're missing so many shots right now.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Jordan Clarkson.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Smith. How last month turned out for him? He's putting up 13 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
Now here's Lillard. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. 2 points, that one goes. Davis has got his second basket.
He doesn't let that possession go to waste, Kev. He's going to feed on those second chance opportunities. Boy, that's pretty work.
Hill kicks to LeBron. Nurkic with the steal. Trailblazers trail by 13. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here is Lillard. Davis sets a screen. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. 6 to shoot over James. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's good basketball. You have to get a little creative against the big man, but I love his initiative.
Good D by McCollum. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Trailblazers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. The first free throw is good. And Doris, regarding league expansion with the popularity of international basketball, you think there'll ever be a team added to the NBA that is not located in North America?
You know, this is a fascinating supposition because the game is so popular in China. The game is increasingly popular in any number of non-NBA cities in Europe, Kev. I just wonder about the logistics of it. We talk all the time about the difficulty of the travel schedule and then the games in a certain number of nights. If you're incorporating overseas travel, it just seems to me that that's going to be a tough jigsaw to work out.
It could be. If you're playing on the East Coast and playing a London or a Paris, those flights probably don't measure much over 7 hours. But I get your point, and that, you know, all leagues are looking at this now very closely.
This is something the league is looking hard at. I'll be curious to see what occurs from it.
I think one of the things, too, is do we need to influence overseas markets now to find new revenues? I think that's something that all the leagues are looking at. Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Outside, Davis. Turner up top. Shoots it up. That's short off the rim.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
And I'm just not sure the league has ever seen a more intimidating slasher than LeBron James. A 6'8" bullet train. He's so strong, so quick, and if he gets a shoulder on you, watch out.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. And LeBron always feels like he can get past his man. It's that next level of the D he focuses on.
And if I'm the help, I play him for the pass. I don't want to be in that poster. Maybe the most devastating finisher in league history.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And Lillard kicks to Turner. Screen by Nurkic. There's a screen. Hill against McCollum. He feeds it to Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Nurkic has got his first basket of the night.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
It's a pick by Love. LeBron drives in. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
Davis, the pass to Nurkic. Davis sets a screen. Here's Turner. Turner can't get that one to fall.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
Smith's shot is good.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And Tristan Thompson in the middle, a player, Greg, who understands his role.
He just plays hard and does the little things. Defense, rebounding, energy. When he's blocking shots and protecting the rim, he is one of the best bigs in our league.
Trailblazers trail by 14. Lillard, a screen on Hill. And Lillard kicks to Davis. Over Love. Portland no good that time either. Cleveland's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. On the wing, James. He's guarded by McCollum. Love. At the elbow, Smith. He kicks to Hill. Dishes to James. Pick up by Hill. Inside. On the wing, Hill. Cleveland moving the ball around. Goes up again. And that one's good by LeBron.
Listen, he's been a key component of their offense tonight. Efficient and effective.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They trail by 16. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Davis sets a screen. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Cavaliers leading by 16. Here's Hill. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. McCollum kicks to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. Davis sets a screen. Here's McCollum. And nothing is falling for him right now. For Cleveland, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Smith. And it's 6 points for Kevin Love.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Doris, something that's become popular, debating whether a player is a star or a superstar. To you, what's the major difference between those two thoughts?
To me, the biggest difference between star and superstar are those guys who are willing to absorb the label on a night-by-night basis and a moment-by-moment basis. You can't disappear when the stakes get high. You can't disappear on a February night in the middle of the grind pre-All-Star break. Greatness requires you to come with it every single night.
And they don't care about the conversation about them. They're bulletproof in some ways, very thick-skinned.
Very Kobe-like attribute you just referenced.
Very good comparison. Zizic is checked in for Cleveland. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Collins checked in for Davis. Harkless comes in for Turner. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Damian Lillard. Now, here is Smith. 9 points in the game so far. James kicks to Nance. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Hood comes in for LeBron. And it's Corver in for J.R. Smith. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Al Farouk Aminu, he's checked in for Nurkic.
One shot.
That free throw good from Nance. Trailblazers trail by 19. Passes it to Connaughton. Kicks to Napier. From the line, the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Outside Korver. Here's Zizic. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Feeds to Korver. Pass to Zizic. And stolen by Napier. Here's Connaughton. Guarded by Korver. And it's Connaughton missing. Cleveland leading by 17. Here's Hood. Collins grabs the miss.
Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field.
The feed to Napier. Plenty of space. Rebounded by Hood.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Hill kicks to Hood. They set the pick. 1:56 left in the first half. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The Cavaliers haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. The Cavaliers making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Korver. And Kyle Korver, one of the league's all-time great shooters, still holds the single-season mark for three-point percentage at over 53%. He did that back in 2010.
Well, Kev, his floor spacing ability with that three-pointer is just so crucial to the team's success. This guy draws so much defensive attention, and think about it. An open three might as well be a layup for this guy.
Cleveland leading by 20. We've got 1:28 left here in the second. Hood, the pass to Clarkson. Shoots from 14. Hood gets the bucket. Hood's got 6.
Not easy to defend the height and size that Rodney Hood brings to the two-guard position. The rise and fire in the face of pretty good defense.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
A moment now to see the numbers for Rodney Hood. He's putting up 13 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role.
Take a break.
Knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
And he makes the first.
And Korver, one of the best to ever play the game in terms of shooting, got that lightning quick release and absolutely deadly from outside.
Both free throws good from Korver. Portland with the ball. There's the pass to Connaughton. Collins kicks to Napier. To the inside. There's the steal. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the jam by Larry Nance.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Here's Connaughton. Larry Nance making his last shot to end the run. But he stays with it.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Use the screen to free himself up and drill the jump shot.
.29 seconds left in the second quarter.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
And obviously makes him very difficult to defend because he can fly right over you.
Here's Collins. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Kyle Korver. The Trailblazers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. First free throw is good.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Now here's Clarkson. D right on him. Hood dishes to Clarkson. Left side, Hood over Aminu. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Cleveland ahead, running away with it. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Tyronn Lue. Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run in transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have an exhilarated home crowd joining us for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaq. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny?
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, Ernie, they had a ton of fouls. Jeez. And the points they gave up at the free throw line added up in a hurry. They got to calm down during the break and play much more control in the second half.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Cleveland's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Smith is the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. And it's Hill in at the point guard. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
And guys, you can feel the electricity in the air when LeBron gets the ball. He is grooving right now.
Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. Over Thompson. 5 on the clock. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And that's now 6 points for Nurkic. Hill against Lillard. Love with the screen for Hill. The screen from Thompson. Hill passes to Thompson. Kicks it out to James. Those three-pointers off the mark. And for Portland, they're shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. The shot, no good. Good D by Thompson. The Cavaliers' shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. And the shot goes in. James has got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, when James is operating on the block like there, it's a thing of beauty. How far has his interior game come since he entered the league?
Here's Turner. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Outside Hill. LeBron is doubled. Stolen by McCollum. On the wing, Turner. McCollum outside. Nurkic setting the pick for McCollum. Out to the right wing. Off the pick. And finished off by Nurkic.
Outstanding pass. He reads the play as it develops, and his lead pass is absolutely perfect.
The screen from Thompson. Hill kicks to Smith. Pass to LeBron. To the paint. And it's Thompson with the jam.
How good is King James at spreading the floor, involving everyone on the offensive end?
McCollum against Smith. Screen by Nurkic. McCollum kicks to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And it's 9 points for Lillard.
Boy, this guy's a rock. You know, this is a player that you can count on to produce under any circumstance.
There's the dish to James. And they double him up with LeBron. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Love dishes to Hill. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Lillard. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
But, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low. And with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
Let's take this moment to bring you a leaderboard featuring a very well-rounded group. The top rebounding small forwards in the NBA the last 10 games. LeBron James second.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' games. I mean, they play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in our league.
Yeah, this is a very physical group of players, and all with a great nose for the ball. They don't shy away from getting down low and pounding the boards with the big guys. In fact, they just thrive on it.
Here's Hill after the basket by Yusuf Nurkic. Hill passes to Love. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Off target with his 3. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Love. That shot is off. Davis with some nice D. And Doris, coming into the NBA, Love's game was centered around the basket, a double-double machine.
Well, think about this, Kev. One of 5 players in the last 3 decades to average over 15 rebounds for an entire season. He did that in 2011, and he still remains a factor. Oh, he did not. That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another unleash chaos moment. Cleveland moving the ball around. Love kicks to Hill and stolen by Lillard. Over Hill. Lillard again missing. Cavaliers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. The 19-foot shot, and it's good off the glass. Hill's got 7.
Well, George Hill has always had a beautiful jumper, and this mid-range just as solid as the long range.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. LeBron kicks to Thompson. Here's Love. Davis with some nice D.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for Portland. Cleveland on defense. Davis kicks to Harkless. He dishes it to McCollum. It's stolen by Smith. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. Cans it from downtown. 12 points for him.
You know, what an open court display from J.R. Smith. So quick in transition.
McCollum kicks to Nurkic. He feeds it to Lillard. Down low. And the rejection by Smith.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Cavaliers making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Collins checked in for Nurkic. Aminu comes in for Davis. And it's Napier in for Lillard. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And his guys are getting frustrated. Coach just really kind of needs to calm them down.
I think, Greg, they've got to continue to believe that the next shot is going to go in. He can hopefully communicate that effectively to them.
Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button and figure out how to slow his roll.
We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart for the Cavaliers.
And this is what happens when you are having a tremendous offensive game. They are getting great looks and knocking down shots all over the floor. I don't think we're going to see them deviate from this approach from here on out. They've got the recipe for success.
Napier dishes to Collins. Aminu, and Aminu slams it in.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
Here's Clarkson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
And he's at 73% this year at the foul line. Adequate, but not spectacular.
The first one falls, and the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Zizic is checked in for Thompson. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. Hood's checked in for LeBron. And it's Korver in for Smith. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And both free throws good for Clarkson. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Aminu, the pass to Napier. Harkless with it. Nance on him. Napier kicks to Collins. Off target with the open look.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Hood can't get it to go. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Connaughton kicks to Collins. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Aminu dishes to Napier. Buries the long-range jumper. Napier's got 7 points in the game.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right, the effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
Passes to Zizic. Dishes it to Korver. Hood for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Collins has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Napier kicks to Harkless. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
And gets physical on the boards and just really pays for it with the over the back call.
Boy, he wanted that rebound. Didn't matter who was in his way. Doesn't get it, though.
Cleveland's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Now, here's Clarkson. Not a lot of room. They set the pick. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. Take a look at the Warriors. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, Portland, 8.5 games behind them.
And for Portland, they've played some good basketball this year. They have to consider this season to be a success in terms of where they are at this point.
Yeah, they're certainly in better shape than I thought they'd be at this stage of the season. And by now we know when they're at their best, they can compete with any team in the league. I'll tell you, they're willing to give him that shot, and he takes advantage of it.
Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they've ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Connaughton. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Clarkson passes to Nance. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's his first foul. And for Portland, they're shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. There's a good screen. Here's Collins. He's got 9. Floats one. Here's Harkless. But they recover it. And Aminu kicks to Napier. A second chance effort and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Trailblazers have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
One shot.
Cleveland leading by 22. Clarkson with the ball. He's got 11. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, the 6'8" lefty, Rodney Hood, such a shifty guy with the ball in his hands. Boy, does he use that hesitation to get where he wants.
And from his time at Duke, we knew Rodney Hood could shoot with range. Doris, did you realize how well he could handle the ball?
Well, as much as I like his ability to create, I love how he protects the basketball. This guy is a low turnover guy.
And the first one at the line is good. And Rodney Hood played 1 season at Mississippi State, then transferred, played another season at Duke. A good floor spacer, Greg, at 6'8".
You know, it's his in-between game that impresses me. Able to beat his man off the dribble. He can hit that little pull-up or drop it off to a teammate. This guy continues to improve.
No good on the second free throw.
I think we know this about Rodney Hood, Kev. He will play hard on both ends of the floor, and he's a lethal shooter from range.
Aminu misses.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Clarkson kicks to Korver. On the wing, Nance. Defended by Harkless. 6 to shoot. Hood dishes to Nance. The 3 from Korver. Shot clock reset for Cleveland. Nance outside. Out to Hood. Over Aminu. That one wide left.
Well, it's been an up and down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though.
The shot off that time. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Hood with it. Al-Farouq Aminu covering. Hood the pass to Clarkson. Nance a screen. Pass to Zizic. Fires from deep. Drops in the tray. Zizic has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Portland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. They set the pick. And Aminu kicks to Napier. Feeds to Harkless. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Hood. Zizic passes to Korver. Looking for Clarkson. He gets it there. And there it is for him. Clarkson's got 13.
I'll tell you, he takes the window of opportunity and delivers a nice pass into the post.
There's 49 seconds left to play here in the third. Outside Hood. And Nance kicks to Korver. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
The pass to Connaughton. Stolen by Clarkson. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Korver, 8 points for him. Nance outside. Over Harkless. Nance, no good.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they missed, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
And so it's Cleveland in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break, and it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back to the action after this word. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Defensively, we got to give a little more pressure to their shots, all right? Make them make the second, third, fourth play.
That's Terry Stotts drawing the line defensively. Doesn't want the first guy with the ball to beat him.
And that's where a total effort is needed. Get back quickly, match up, call out screens, really the complete package.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. They've got Swanigan. He's out there with Myers-Leonard. Napier is out there with Lehman. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. Count it.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Here's Swanigan. Green with the block. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Connaughton kicks to Lehman. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Leonard the pass to Swanigan. Over Green. Down it goes. Nice one there from Swanigan. Cleveland's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Now here's Calderon. Defense is right there. Banked in off the glass.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Leonard. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Calderon dishes to Korver. Calderon passes to Zizic. Cleveland moving the ball around. It's rebounded by Leonard. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Connaughton kicks to Napier. Right wing. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Korver. And it's Connaughton missing.
I'll tell you, that's been the story of this guy's night. He can't get anything to fall.
Calderon in the corner. Lets it go from deep. Swanigan pulls it in. The Trailblazers shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. It's good on the putback.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Of course, not too long ago, changes were made to the intentional foul rule. In your observation, has this made a positive difference?
Well, I certainly love that the away from the play fouls were extended to include the last 2 minutes of each period. I don't think you should necessarily give an advantage to a team that is playing from behind by intentionally fouling a poor free throw shooter. So that's one. I do believe now the bigger issue in the NBA has become these shooting fouls where the shooter is launching himself into a defender. I think that the NBA will take a hard look at that and make any necessary change, Kev.
Totally agree, Doris. I don't want to pinpoint one player, but James Harden has made that an art form.
That's correct.
Turner against James. Davis sets a screen. Lillard dishes to Turner. Shot clock at 6. And here's McCollum for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
I'll tell you, his touch has been off all day, and now his judgment is starting to go by the wayside as well. That's a poor shot.
LeBron against McCollum. Love outside. Fires the 3. Great D that time from Davis.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
LeBron with the block.
Don't bring that weak stuff in here. LeBron always on the prowl to send shots back with force.
Trying to get back on track. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 6 assists here tonight.
And piling on to that big lead, we know he has the range late on the defensive reaction.
You always got to D up on the perimeter. When you don't, this is what happens.
LeBron kicks to Love. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Well, nice job from Kevin Love in the mid-range, right? I mean, this is his best look. He has no problem knocking it down.
Turner.
Lillard against Hill. Jumper off the screen. No good off the front iron. The Cavaliers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9 on the wing. Hill. Doris, some people are pushing for Holcomb Rucker to be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. What do you think are the chances of that happening?
You know, I think contributions to the game take many shapes and forms, Kevin. And obviously, Rucker Park is one of the most identifiable places in the history of the game. If you're a city basketball player, you know Rucker Park. You tried to prove your bona fides there. So if the committee believes Mr. Rucker is worthy, I am all for it.
He kicks to LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
Kevin, I've always appreciated the unselfish nature of George Hill. He always has his eyes surveying the floor.
For Portland, they've gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Smith against McCollum. Back to Lillard. Clock at 6. Nurkic a screen on Hill. Davis the pass to McCollum. The 3. Offensive rebound. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And it's 8 points for Ed Davis.
The initial miss was the best thing that could have happened to them. He was in absolutely perfect position for the putback.
Smith outside. Kicks it to LeBron. From 12 feet out. And too long on the shot. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth. Right around 46-47%. Shots good by Turner.
Check out that assist. You can tell a player who's seeing the whole floor very well.
Thompson a screen on Lillard. And it's Hill penetrating. And Thompson kicks to Love. Thompson dishes to James. Thompson passes to Love. Off target with his 3.
I'll tell you, they've had to look elsewhere for their scoring, and they've gotten it. This guy has had very little impact on the game offensively.
And it's Lillard missing.
Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, one miss isn't going to change that.
And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Fires the 3. And it's Lillard again missing.
No question he's having a bad quarter, so somebody else needs to take charge of the scoring if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And LeBron James last season playing in his 7th consecutive NBA Finals. Doris, a streak only surpassed by the great Bill Russell.
And for context, Kevin, remember in the 60s when Bill Russell played, the finals were just the second round. What LeBron is doing is so much harder. To think that in 12 postseasons he has been to the finals 8 times, nothing short of astounding.
And All-Star Week, a fan favorite certainly. But Doris, I've heard you say on more than one occasion you'd love to see a 3-on-3 competition.
Kevin, I think if you're trying to learn the game of basketball, putting yourself in a situation to play 3-on-3 is one of the greatest ways you can develop your game. One, it teaches you how to pass and cut, right? You cannot be effective in a 3-on-3 game unless you understand how to screen for somebody, how to set yourself up to come off of a screen. The shorter dynamic of the 3-on-3 in a half-court environment is one of the best ways to learn how to play the game of basketball.
I love that analysis. That's terrific.
Yeah, just nice strength there and then just off with the shot.
First free throw is good.
You guys know LeBron James relishes every chance he gets from the foul line, and usually he'll knock him down.
He's perfect from the line this time. Now here's McCollum. And the outcome of the collective bargaining agreement and a potential 11-year stretch of labor peace, one of the longest in league history. Doris, what does that mean for this great game of ours?
Well, it means certainly that we can all take a sigh of relief. Everybody wants to play basketball and see basketball played. So great for the players, their representation, great for the league, and certainly great for the fans and the television partners.
And Doris, I sense such fairness on both ends, too. It really is a partnership.
You know, I think it would be wise for both the players and the ownership to remember they need each other to peacefully coexist and to thrive. And when you're trying to get an agreement that does the best by both parties, this is what you can have. You can have a long stretch of labor peace that makes everyone happy.
Well said. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Portland. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Leonard with a screen on Hood. McCollum kicks to Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists now tonight.
He has certainly done his part this period. Just needs to get a little more help from his teammates.
There's the screen. Thompson passes to Hood. For 3, Calderon. He can't get it to go. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Here's Lillard. The rebound by Nance.
As off as he's been this quarter, it's not helping them to trim the deficit.
Osman, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
Lillard against Calderon. Here's Turner. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Cleveland's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Calderon against Lillard. The 9-foot shot. Damian Lillard pulls it in.
Well, he carves out the space he needs, just the finish was not good.
McCollum, no good.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
And here are the Trailblazers now. There's one trend we've seen in the league, an emphasis on getting back defensively rather than pounding the offensive glass. I think of San Antonio a little bit when I think about that. Why is that, you think?
You know, I don't know if this is something cyclical and we'll eventually see teams emphasize getting to the offensive glass as a means to help them win. But one of the most dangerous aspects of the NBA right now is transition three opportunities. We're not even seeing teams get back to the hoop and build their defense out. At this point, they're sprinting to the three-point line and then building back toward the hoop. So a drastic difference. We'll see if it changes at any point.
Lillard with no one around. The three-pointer is right on target.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Cavaliers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Turner with it, picked up by Thompson. 6 to shoot, and here's Leonard from 3. Nance with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And a wide open look for Hood. Cleveland gets it back, and there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
"17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hood dishes to Calderon. Pass to Zizic. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing that.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.